Hey traders, this is Jeff from ZenTrader.ca with a market update. If you've been following my work for a while, I've been very very bullish on the markets for pretty much all of 2013, and I still am. But I'm going to point out one thing that I'm watching that could start to sway me, that we could be putting in some kind of a top. Now, don't let that get you all worried right now. I still hold all longs. My timing signal is still bullish, and it's on the Nasdaq, that is. And we're in this area like back here where we've had a pullback, and really what we need to do is we need to decide, is it just a normal pullback and we're going to go on and make new highs and do this normal 3 steps forward, 2 steps back thing, or are we going to rally back up here into resistance and roll over and then really start to see some selling pressure? And so a couple things I'm going to be watching is, number one, how does the Nasdaq respond to when it comes back up there? For example, a number of the stocks that I hold, I like to sell into resistance. That's just my thing. And I sold 3 stocks today, but I have a number of stocks that I'm looking at to buy over the next couple of days if they pull back. I'm also going to be paying attention to earnings and how companies are responding to earnings in terms of, are they gapping up, are they strong, are they holding their gains? And those are the kinds of stocks that I like to add to the Trade with Zen watch list. And so far, over the last quarter, stocks have been responding very well. Most of our positions, since I've added them to the watch list, are positive. Some are very, very positive. Some are just a little bit down, but by and large, most of them are up. So that's one thing that I'm going to be watching. I don't really want to talk about that chart. When you look at the Dow, this has not really been much of a pullback at all. And what you see happening is the Bollinger Bands are starting to tighten like they did back here. And so again, if these Bollinger Bands start to expand and so here's something else to watch for, is if these Bollinger Bands start to head up and surpass this high like they did here, that will be a very good sign that this rally, that this potential rally out of these tightening of the Bollinger Bands has some lasting power. The steeper the ascent, the better. Like right here, how when it had this big move and it just basically rode the upper Bollinger Band up. This is a strong move higher. The other thing I'll be watching is the XLF. How does this respond to resistance? Does it rally right back up, like say over the course of tomorrow or on Wednesday, or does it do the sideways thing and ratchet itself up and then break out? So this is something to really watch for. This is a pretty ugly candle right here in volume. But that's not the end all of this rally right now. It's too early. It's much too early to say that this chart is broken. The financials still look good. Apple, I want to point out, is in an inverse head and shoulders pattern. I don't necessarily believe that this is going to go anywhere, but I just noticed it. If anything, this will probably just rally back up to resistance and then roll over and make the next leg down and head down into the 300s, where I think it'll eventually end up. XHB, again, it's doing what it's supposed to do. It's bouncing at support. So I'll be watching to see how this reacts at resistance. Does it pull one of these numbers where it kind of slowly comes up, consolidates, and then has a big day, which somebody could view as negative, but then it just consolidates and heads up? This is another key chart to be watching. And then Con, this is a chart I'm watching. This didn't make my Trade with Zen watch list, but I'll be looking to buy this tomorrow if it pulls back to the 41.20